Scorpio, hi and welcome back. I'm Tina, your host. This is going to be your weekly tarot. This one's for June 21st to the 27th. We're going to take a look at the recent past, current situation, and the near future. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, this is for Scorpio, June 21st to the 27th. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to stop it here for you. You got the Nine of Wands is at the bottom. Two of Swords in the recent past. Justice is here as well. Let's go into it. Woo! You've got Justice on your spread and you've got the Wheel of Fortune in the near future. You definitely see movement, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. And you know, time's a little bit more fluid, but in the recent past you have the Two of Swords. You could just honestly be feeling stuck, feeling like things aren't working out right now. The Two of Swords, of course, represents a crossroads. Sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. Sometimes there's also fear of the unknown. So if you definitely feel like you're at a crossroads with the Two of Swords, I always say that, like, we know which road we should be taking. But yeah, I mean, you're standing there, a fork in the road. Again, maybe you feel stuck. But this is like not moving and waiting type of energy at a crossroads, right? Not deciding, even though I feel like deep down you know what you're going to decide. Or maybe you're just feeling a little bit stuck right now and things aren't working. And the reason I say that is because this week you have the Four of Cups. You've got Justice here, but you've also got the Six of Swords, right? And so I love that Justice and the Wheel of Fortune are here because there's three cards for me in the tarot that represent the universe at play. And there's really not much we could do. These are like universal cards. Justice and the Wheel of Fortune are two of them. The third one is the Tower. And so you've got Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is Jupiter in the near future, so beautiful energy. But yeah, this week I see with that Four of Cups, it just feels like, I don't know, maybe there's an opportunity that's presented itself to you and you're unsure about it, and maybe you're making space for it. There is a feeling of a bit of a dissatisfaction right now with kind of what's in front of you. It could be relationships, right? Even though I'm getting more of a career vibe from your reading, our lives are complex, right? We can deal with more than one thing, but they are cups. So for a lot of you, it can be relationships. But there is a feeling of like, I don't know, making some space and not feeling very motivated. Justice is here. Some of you could definitely be having an important choice to make, especially with that Two of Swords. But with Justice, you're really thinking about your actions and you're thinking about the consequences of them. If something was wrong in the past, well, Justice means karma was watching, like it always does, right? And there's an adjustment that's happening for you right now. That's what Justice is representing. And then you have the Six of Swords, so there is movement. So if you've been feeling stagnant and you've been feeling stuck, movement is coming, right? And this is you having the mental strength to do so. You know, saying it's time to keep it moving, time to leave something behind. So you obviously, there's progress from a stuck energy to movement here. And then in the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you honestly could be finding a really nice business partnership here. And it's just something that like really has you feeling really independent, really self-sufficient. You know, just like feeling like you're really comfortable in your skin, you're in your element. But this is definitely a card of independence and single. I do want to mention the Nine of Pentacles did fall under the Four of Cups, and I was saying there is a possible relationship or even more than one here that you're not really excited by. And in the near future, you have that Nine of Pentacles. So some of you could actually be moving away from it and choosing to go on a different path here, right? Choosing maybe yourself, putting yourself first. That's here. What I love is that under Justice is the King of Pentacles. Some of you could definitely be dealing with an earth sign. Again, business vibes do come through. This is an investor type of energy. Really nice energy. It's asking for stability. It's asking for security. And it's asking maybe, you know, to take a tried and tested route as well for some of you. But either how, the Wheel of Fortune is here as well in the near future, and it's right under the Six of Swords. Both of these represent a lot of movement. So there's definitely a stuck energy going into movement. And it's like what's in the middle is justice, right? Like I feel like it's fair and it's just at this point, right? But there is an adjustment happening. Wheel of Fortune, ruled by Jupiter, represents expansion, luck, growth, prosperity, represents positive outcomes, right? But the wheel is turning, cycles are turning and changing. I know for all of us collectively, individually, but this is such a positive sign. All right, Scorpio, let us go in and clarify all of these energies. Scorpio, June 21st to the 27th, but definite movement, definite, like for some of you could be big changes that are approaching. And I know these are weekly readings, but you know, we can only be on the verge of out with the old and in with the new for so long. At one point it really is. King of Wands did come out, but let's clarify. I'll stop it here for you. Hierophant is at the bottom. All right, maybe you find something new to be committed to, something new to be loyal to, something new that resonates with you. Hermit is here in the recent past. Nine of Pentacles did come out twice. Wheel of Fortune came out twice. Wow. Yeah, beautiful things. I feel like such beautiful things are coming. And I know I've been saying that even the title of your last week's video was like, hold on, success is coming. This feels like repeated in a lot of ways. In the recent past, clarifying the Two of Swords is the Hermit. Going deep within, man, doing some soul searching. There was a need also to like process a lot of things that have happened with the Hermit, to decompress it. The thoughts could have been really overwhelming, and that could have been what was making you feel stuck, making you feel like you're at this crossroads and just having trouble maybe choosing a direction or seeing where you're going, right? And that can be hard to deal with. And I feel that energy in the recent past with the Hermit, but I feel like the Hermit, going into that Hermit mode and like checking in with yourself and processing and paying attention to your thoughts, I really feel like has empowered you and put you in a much, and that's what kind of gets this ball moving. Because the current situation, the clarifying cards, is the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Not to mention, behind me is another Wheel of Fortune. When I got this deck, for whatever reason, there was an extra Wheel of Fortune card in it, and I, of course, like I said, take it as such a positive sign, so I've held on to it all this time. And because I know everybody's going through a lot of cycle changes, I just feel like, I don't know, it feels right having it up here. Who knows? That's just me being me, right? But yeah, you've got the Nine of Pentacles again, clarifying that Four of Cups. Also underneath it was that Nine of Pentacles. So there could be a relationship here that you just choose to go independent from. If it's not a relationship, then you're definitely thinking about that money, right? Being independent. How are you going to make it? How are you going to make it to support the lifestyle that you want? How are you putting yourself in a position not to just survive, but to thrive, right? It's that kind of energy. The Nine of Pentacles is, making enough that first of all, you've earned it. And then second of all, making enough that you can actually really enjoy the comforts and luxuries of life. And so that energy is present, and it came through twice. And I just feel like you're waiting. There's a waiting energy. Maybe some of you put some stuff out. We'll get to that in the near future. But I do feel an energy of still kind of waiting, maybe for something to come through, or just an offer or an opportunity, or you're waiting for that phone call. That energy is present. Now, clarifying justice, you have the Knight of Wands. Maybe there's a situation here, you guys, that was with a fire sign, right? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, that maybe even with a Libra, but something here I feel like happens quickly, happens rapidly. And then with justice being here, Knight of Wands is like, it's a fast moving energy. So I feel like something is going to happen quickly, or it quickly happened in the past and people did not think it through, how that could have affected us. But it's really about being more mature about our choices in actions and in words, right? And realizing that they have a ripple effect, that there is a vibration to these things. And that could just be something that you're becoming aware of this week with justice. Then you have the Six of Swords, and clarifying that is the Wheel of Fortune. Below that is the Wheel of Fortune. So beautiful energy. I just feel like you're moving into much more positive energy. You're moving into an energy of growth and expansion, and probably more than you're even aware of today, more than these cards might even be saying, because the Wheel of Fortune is here twice. So, I mean, that's so lucky. That's so positive. This is really beautiful. In the near future, the clarifying cards for you were the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Empress. We finish your reading off with the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. This speaks of birth, of creation, of pregnant with ideas, of nurture. I love this energy, divine, feminine healing. Some of you could totally be dealing with an earth sign as well, especially Taurus. Let me say that. We got Virgo here. We got all of that. All right. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in the near future is the Three of Wands. So that's where I was getting that kind of waiting energy. Like I said, I feel like some of you could be waiting for that opportunity, for something to come through. Maybe you put out resumes, right? And you're waiting for the phone call for the job. But I feel like you're really just also, in a sense, with that Three of Wands, really just having like a bird's eye view on your life this week, looking at the big picture. But it does feel like strongly finance and career and money's on the mind. Clarifying that King of Pentacles is the Three of Swords, but it's under justice, right? So this Three of Swords, like I said, something's being adjusted here. Something that like hurt or that you're carrying in your heart or some pain here, I think it's undergoing a cleansing and it's being released. And if there was anything that should be adjusted, it would be the Three of Swords. So it's really nice energy. And then clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, as I said before, the Empress. I mean, she speaks of new beginnings, of nurturing stuff, whether it's projects, but it's really about good things take time to develop. So this isn't something that happens overnight, but this is a time of lots of creation, lots of growth, lots of expansion here. You got Venus and you got Jupiter coming at you, and these are beautiful planets, beautiful energies to work with. So I'll leave it there for you. I do hope you enjoyed, Scorpio. As always, you know how to show that love, and I appreciate it anytime I receive it. So I'll leave it there for you, and I'll see you next week.